The frog is an amazing spawn bait. I use this and I call it my 5 pound, my 1 5-pound bite when I'm actually bed fishing. And what it is I'm going around and I'm searching for beds. Well, I pick up a frog and I'm flailing this frog around and I'm trying to get a bite or get a rise out of a bass, but it's the one bait that I get one bite on it during a spawn each day. That's usually my 5-pound bite. And so it's definitely been key. Lake Amistad in 2006. So first day I go out, I've got this amazing frog bite, but the wind decides to blow 20. So the frog bite goes down to nothing. So my guy pulls out a spinnerbait and completely catches 20 pounds behind me. So I'm no dummy. I put on a spinnerbait, catch my 20 pounds right there with him. So going down the bank, looking. All of a sudden I see a 5-pounder on a bed. I'm working it. Catch that 5-pounder off a bed. Slicks out. Pull out the frog. Still looking for beds. Working down the bank. Not even looking at the frog. All of a sudden I hear, look up, frog's gone. 6-pounder. First day of the tournament. Second day of the tournament. Looking for beds. Said, flat calm now, looking for beds. Catch 3-pounder off a bed, catch 4-pounder off a bed, catch 5-pounder off a bed, and going down the bank, working. See a 3-pounder on the bed, winding the frog back in, burning it. One eats it. It's a 6. Catch that fish. Go back down, see another one on the bed, catching off the bed. Fish comes up and blows up on it. Frog's still sitting there. And it's one about 7 pounds. Ease up there, she's sitting on a bed. Catch that fish off of a bed. The fish will show themselves with this frog when they're on bed. So day 3, catch a 9 off a bed. Day 4, catch a 7 off the bed. It's just definitely when you're sight fishing, it will allow fish to show themselves or they will actually eat it. But in the post spawn, this is going to be a killer bait of choice because one, those fish are starting to move into those thicker matted vegetation. They're starting to move underneath docks, underneath overhanging trees, the shade pockets. Post spawn, fish are starting to look for shade. They're looking for heavier cover, and this is probably going to be a great bait of choice is the frog. Let's talk about equipment that I throw it on. Minimum 50-pound test braided line. Never fish a frog on mono or fluorocarbon. Mono has too much stretch, fluorocarbon sinks, and once again, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You want 50-pound braid when you're throwing a frog minimum, and what that braid will do is it'll actually float on top so you get a better walking action out of it, and then also when you're fishing that super duper thick heavy cover, it will be able to rip through that grass and catch those fish. I mean, how many guys fish the Potomac? How many guys fish the Potomac in May and June? What's the #1 bait of choice? The frog. I mean, you go and you show up to those places and you're not throwing a frog, you're pretty much going to get beat because, I mean, guys are covering a lot more water than you are and they're catching the bigger average fish. I will tell you this. I will go out and fish this bait in the post spawn. You might have a ledge that you're going to get 30, 40, 50 bites on. And yeah, you're going to have a fun day catching those fish. But I'm going to catch 10 bites that day, and my best 5 are still going to weigh more than your 30 or 40 that you caught that day. And so that's why this is a big fish bait for me. Any questions so far?
Colors for your frog.
Colors for the frog. 3 color choices. White, black, bluegill color. White, bright sunny days, clear water, middle of the day, I'm throwing white. Black are first thing in the morning, dirty water, late in the afternoon, dark, cloudy days. Bluegill pattern, which I call sexy-ish, kind of a bluegill pattern, because it's sexy. It's my bluegill choice just to have something to mix in. When I know I'm on a strong frog bite, 3 rods. White one, black one, bluegill color. First thing in the morning, starting out with a black one. Mixing in the white one as the day goes on, and if it's sunny or the water's clean. You run to an area that the water's been clean and it gets dirty, then you're switching to the black one. You're in an area where the water was dirty, but then it gets filtered out by some of the grass and it's become cleaner. Then you switch to the white one. And then you mix that bluegill pattern in between there to showing them something.
And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.